for him at all.
Nets leading by 8. Vujacic is out there with Ramon Sessions. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Young, and it's Grant in at the 4. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Now here's Irving. Shot off the screen, and he gets it to go. Irving's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Nets.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Here's Drummond. Here's Grant. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
One shot. Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
The free throw drops for Grant. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They host the Spurs after this one to start a 3-game homestand with that game. Here's Monroe, and that one's good. Monroe's got 8.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Grant with a screen on Irving. Sessions dishes to Grant. Oh, good with the triple. Nets leading by 9. To the inside. Now, here is Irving. Covered by Vujacic. And he gets the bucket. And that's now 17 points for Kyrie Irving.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Now, here's Grant. 14 points for him. Young in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Johnson. Harden outside. That's tipped.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Young's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far. And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
Detroit, no good that time either. Nets leading by 13. Outside Irving. He kicks it to Griffin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Pistons have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And Young, here we go. Pistons passing it around. And that one's good. Vujacic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Irving sets a screen for Harden. Offline with his 3. Pistons trail by 10. Sessions with it. Guarded now by Irving. Here's Grant out to the wing. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. That three off the mark.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So for the Nets, Harris comes in for James Harden. And it's Mills in for Irving. The Pistons have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Sessions passes to Young. Looking for Sessions. He gets it there. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
One shot, gentlemen.
Here, looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Screen by Monroe. Johnson attacking. No good off the front iron.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Young for 3. Mills with the rebound.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Now, here is Monroe. He's got 8, and that is good. Monroe's got 10 points. Pistons trail by 9. And Sessions kicks to Young. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. That's good from Sessions on the assist by Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Mills kicks to Harris. Picked by Griffin. Johnson in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. Johnson missing again.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
No good from Grant. Nets leading by 6. And Mills kicks to Harris. There's the pass to Mills. Picked by Griffin. Johnson dishes to Mills. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. That's good. Mills has got 7 points.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Now, here is Young. 8 points for him. Grant the pass to Young.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And the basket by Harris.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And look, Joe Johnson last season, not his best statistically, but boy, did he show some heart. I mean, he was one of the catalysts for Brooklyn making the playoffs, especially when Brook Lopez returned healthy and the two could play off of one another.
Talking about Joe Johnson, I'm not going to lie, last year wasn't one of his best statistically. Accuracy was on the low end. His Turnover numbers were high. It wasn't very pretty.
But for Joe, Kevin, I don't think it was about the numbers last year. It was about wanting to compete and to win. And he's developed a champion's will over the years. And I would like to see him finally achieve his goal of maybe winning the championship. I think he deserves it. He's been consistent. He's been solid. And now you see some maturation with him as well.
Winslow's checked in for Sasha Vujacic. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Paul Millsap's checked in for Greg Monroe. And Sessions kicks to Drummond. Puts up the baby hook. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Drummond's got 7. Nets leading by 8. Johnson outside. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Here's Sessions. 6 points for him. He dishes it to Drummond. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Detroit. Chalmers comes in for Sessions. He hits the second from the line.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
Now here's Millsap. And good on the basket. Book it. Millsap's got 6.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Chalmers dishes to Grant. To the left side wing. There's Winslow. Misses the 3. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
That's good from Johnson.
Well, Joe Johnson in this one, 9 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. That one misses.
And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
And the basket by Harris.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball, resulting in high-quality shots.
And so it's Detroit with the ball, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And the basket by Chalmers. Chalmers has got 8 points. And we were talking about Ilyasova. There's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. it was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out to open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game.
Chalmers with it. 8 points for him. Feeds it to Baines. Now the dish to Grant. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. It's hauled in by Harris.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Millsap has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, and as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago, got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in that national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Nets leading by 13. Harden the pass to Harris. Back to Harden. He feeds it to Irving. There's a good screen. Harris setting the pick for Irving. And that one's good. Irving's got 21.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Now, here is Morris. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
For Detroit, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Brooklyn leading by 14. Irving kicks to Harris. Pass to Millsap. Crafty move. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
No good on that one. Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the three. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
No good at the strikes also. Pistons trail by 14. Grant with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. From deep, Ilyasova. Count the buckets. Ilyasova's got his second bucket of the night.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Millsap down low, covered by Morris. Irving against Sessions. And Booker kicks to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Out left to the wing. There's Winslow. And it's off from three-point range. Nets leading by 11. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's Harden with the drive. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
In transition, here come the Nets. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nets lead by 15. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Pistons trail by 15. So for Brooklyn now, Paul Millsap out there with Monroe. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Harris against Young. 18 feet out. Rebounded by the Nets.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Irving dishes to Monroe. The shot by Millsap. Again, the Nets for 2.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Sessions passes to Grant. Rejected by Monroe. Irving kicks to Harris. And the basket good. And the Nets lead by 19.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a settling for the victors.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Back to Harden. To the paint. That's good from Harris on the assist by Harden. Harris has got 10 points in just the second half. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And Sessions kicks to Drummond. Young in the corner. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Nets leading by 17. Irving kicks to Harris. Monroe dishes to Irving. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the rejection by Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Millsap, and it's Johnson in for Harris. Vujicic kicks to Young. Screened by Grant. Here's Sessions. That's tipped.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And it's 7. Young outside. That ball, great assist by Ramon Sessions. 14 points for Slim.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Griffin a screen on Young. And the Nets miss again.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Sessions. Here's Drummond. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Checking out the game Andre Drummond is having. He has 9 rebounds, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Nets leading by 14. Outside Irving. Welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And that sends Kyrie Irving to the free throw line. Andre Drummond picks one up. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan. And that's really what great players do.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Monroe. Boom, he jams it straight down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Sessions passes to Young. Grant with a screen on Johnson. Young dishes to Grant to the wing right side. Sessions, another 3 for Detroit.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Brooklyn leading by 13. Harden kicks to Johnson. Pass to Griffin. Back to Johnson. Young with the steal. For the 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 6th rebound on the night. Dishes it to Harden. Takes a 3. Shot is no good. And it's Detroit the other way. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Drummond a screen. And here is Grant. The 19-foot shot. And that one hits back iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Stolen by Vujicic. Grant outside. In the corner at Sessions. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Nets. Griffin's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Irving, good look. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Pistons trail by 13. Over to the wing. Vujicic the pass to Sessions. Lets it go from 11, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Their game plan if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Griffin, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Griffin's got 21 in the game.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Inside, now the feed to Vujacic. Detroit, no good that time either. Brooklyn leading by 15. Harden dishes to Johnson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 11 points for Joe Johnson.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
The Nets have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. From downtown, that's good. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going. Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules, we have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
And Drummond kicks to Vujacic. Young against Johnson. Will it go? Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 19 points for Slim.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Harden kicks to Griffin. Back to Harden. Sessions against Irving. And it's sent back by Drummond. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Grant. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Shooting 2, Jeremy Grant.
The first one falls. Winslow's checked in for Detroit. And Grant drops them both. Brooklyn with the ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Johnson outside. Stolen by Winslow. Here's Vujacic. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Sasha Vujacic. Shooting free throws.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The first one falls. He doesn't get the second one. Brooklyn leading by 15. On its way from Irving for 2. Johnson. That's short off the rim. Detroit's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Grant the pass to Winslow. And Sessions kicks to Vujacic. That ball's great assist by Ramon Sessions. Sessions has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The pass to Johnson. Fades back. That shot by Griffin, no good.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Drummond with a screen on Irving. Winslow dishes to Drummond, and he slams it one-handed. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch. You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Winslow, the pass to Drummond. Out to Sessions. Three-pointer. That drops. Sessions has got it back down to single digits for Detroit.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out. And is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin. During that last break, I heard Lionel Hollins as he addressed his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys.
Johnson the screen. Irving against Sessions. Irving drives in. Shot clock at 6. Took the opportunity when he saw it. 14 points for James Harden.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
Yeah, the game has a bit of a different texture than it did just a little bit ago, Greg. Suddenly, that lead is not looking as comfy and cozy as it once did.
Monroe kicks to Harden. He dishes it to Johnson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Now here's Sessions. He kicks it to Drummond. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little.
Grant against Griffin. And there's the defensive 3-second call. .143 left in the fourth quarter. Irving kicks to Griffin. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
No good from Grant.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
It's Harden with the Griffin, and that's a foul called on Ramon Sessions. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Johnson the screen. Irving up top. Shot off the pick.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for Kyrie Irving. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And the wide-open shot from Morris, and misses it off the right side of the rim. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Mills kicks to Booker. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
This game's finally gotten away from him.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now, here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Joe, congratulations on this win. This was a game where we saw plenty of great sequences, some nice runs put together. What changes for the team out on the floor when you guys start rolling like we witnessed here tonight?
We just picked up our energy and effort. We was able to get some stops, got out in transition, started making a few shots, and it just kind of got contagious.
Well, this was fun for us to watch, Joe. Thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving. Starting the second half, he came out with a nice stretch, hitting 4 in a row to help fuel their third quarter.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.